Hi, I'm Auriel Grace from A Gang of Girls Radio, and today we're going to be talking about crystals. We're going to talk about caring for crystals, crystal energized water, gem remedies, and I'm going to talk a little bit about Bach Flower Remedies as well. So, um, first of all, we're going to start with caring for crystals because a lot of you have asked me questions about crystals, like how do they work? What do you do with them? So I'm going to do this little series about crystals so that, and starting with the basics. Okay, so this is a quartz crystal tumbled stone. See, so it looks like this. Most of them are about this size. There are some that are smaller than this, but this is average. I like using tumbled stones for making gem remedies. I also like using them for the energized water. I keep them in my home because, well, they're pretty and I really like them. And when little people come over, they can play with the tumbled stones. And this is like a polished crystal point. It's a smoky quartz crystal. And see, it's clear, it's polished, it's pretty. We'll talk a little bit more about them. I don't like to use these are for display. So, so that I can show people what they look like in a polished form. Okay, I don't use these for any remedies or anything like that. All right, so I keep crystal points like this around my house, on my desk, on my altar. So the reason why we use tumbled stones, or I use tumbled stones for remedies, is because they're tumbled. They're easy to clean. So you can just run them under water and clean them. You know, you can set them in the sun to energize them. And there's nothing that's going to fall off of this in the water. Okay? We don't want our crystals to crumble in the water. No. Okay. So when you pick a crystal, and you want to discharge anything that's around it or discharge its energy and make it your own, basically. You'll take your left hand, take it in your left hand, put your right hand over it, like this. Let's see. That's how you'll know you're doing it right. And then you say an intention for the crystal. So what you're going to do is you're going to say something like, may the energy of divine love move through this crystal for my highest and greatest good. You're going to mean it as you're saying it. We're just walking you through right now. So, and you're going to keep your hands like that the whole time. And then if you want to program the crystal, some people like to look at them when they're programming them. You can look at it or hold it, however which way you want to do it, for whatever use you want the crystal for, whatever its use is going to be for you. Because a lot of energy workers use specific crystals for specific things. And so, and some of them keep them away from the other crystals. Some of them keep them in boxes, so some of them carry them around in medicine bags. I've seen some really awesome crystal medicine bags. So, so by programming them, you would hold it, look at it, or hold it in your hands and make your intention and what you're going to use it for. Okay, so today we're going to talk about gem elixirs, and we're also going to talk about energized water, because energized water is really a very cool thing to use. It's a great tool, depending on what you're wanting to energize. But we'll talk about what we can do with a quartz crystal. All right. So before you do that, you're going to want to clear the crystal, and then you're going to want to state your intention for the crystal. Um, and if you want to back up too, to really make sure that crystal is nice and clear, is you can use finger symbols. You can use other things as well, but finger symbols are really cool because they make a nice sound. This is what a finger symbol looks like. So they fit on your fingers like this. So you'll set the crystal in front of the finger symbols, and you just hit the symbols together and let the symbols, the tone of the symbols, clear the crystal. Okay? So it's that easy. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Now, so with energized water, what you're going to do is you're going to take your crystal and some spring water. All right? And you're going to put it in a clear glass or jar, and you're going to let it sit in the sun with the spring water and the crystal in it for 1 to 2 hours during the heat, really hot. Make sure it's in full sunlight so that it gets energized, okay? And then you're going to take the crystal out, and you're going to drink the water. So what some people do is, if it's in a jar, you're going to take some of the water from the jar, 2/3 maybe, put it in some spring water, drink it down like that, or you can just drink it out of the jar slowly, however you want to do it. Okay, what's going to happen, especially if you use quartz crystal, is that you're going to feel more energized. So if you're the type of person that feels like taking a nap at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, try this. Try using quartz crystal energized water and see how you feel after you drink it. All right? Okay, so you can use rose quartz for love. You can use amethyst for good dreams. Also, strengthening your spiritual self. Citrine for happiness. So try it and see what you think. I had to try it, believe it or not. When I found out about it, I was like, what are you talking about? And I found that it works. So you may want to try and see if it works for you. Okay? So instead of having a cup of coffee, have some energized water. All right. So we're going to move on to gem remedies. All right. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your quartz crystal. All right. You're going to need spring water. And you're also going to need brandy. So make sure you have those 3 things. The other thing you'll need is a glass bowl. Pretty big glass bowl. And you're going to need a mason jar or something like that. Something that can be closed, airtight. So, and the mason jar has to be of a dark color. So what I've done in the past is, who the heck has mason jars that are dark colors? Maybe you do, I don't know. But what I've done with the mason jars is I've covered them with paper. So I get some dark, that contact paper. You can get dark contact paper and cover the jar with dark contact paper. And it's a dark jar. Or you can paint it. As long as you're painting on the outside, not the inside. All right. So I want to caution everyone, if you're going to make a mother remedy like I'm going to explain right now, make sure that your gems or minerals do not contain lead, mercury, or arsenic. You don't want to poison yourself, okay? And a lot of gems and minerals do have lead, mercury, and arsenic. So you don't want to do that, okay? So you don't want to use malachite, azurite, lapis lazuli. You really probably shouldn't use sodalite, anything with iron ore in it. No, don't do it. And if you don't know what your stone is, or you don't know the chemical makeup of your stone, then look it up. It's easy. You can find it. There's the Crystal Bible. It's awesome. This book here, Crystals by Jenny Harding. Awesome. And also this book here, Love is in the Earth by Melody. Awesome. So all these books can assist you with knowing what is in your stones that you're using. And they also will let you know if you can make a gem elixir out of this crystal or any crystal. And I'm going to give a list of crystals that you can for sure use. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you how to make a mother remedy. That's what it's called. It's called a mother remedy. So now that you got all your tools all together, all right, so you're going to place your cleansed crystal in a glass bowl of spring water. All right, so leave it in direct sunlight for at least 3 to 4 hours. Take the crystal out, pour the water in the dark glass jar or bottle so that it is about half full of energized water, okay? And then you're going to top it off with brandy. Shake the jar, shake your container, okay? And then place it in the cupboard for 2 weeks. All right? That way, you know, it's like cooking. Every once in a while when you think about it, go in and shake the jar. All right? Okay. So to make the remedy itself, you're going to have, again, you're going to find a small dark bottle. And the smaller dark bottles are easier to find, right? Glass. Make sure it's glass. All right. So you're going to fill the dark bottle 2/3 with spring water, the rest of it with the mother remedy. All right. Shake the bottle. Okay. So to make your drink, put 2 to 3 drops of the remedy in your water 3 times a day. And that's what you do if you're going to be drinking it. Now with your bath water, you can also use this for bath water. Use 4 to 6 drops. All right. You can also use the remedies as a spray. You know, so like if you're going to make a remedy with smoky quartz crystal spray is really great because one of the things that smoky quartz does is it clears the negativity out of your energy field. It also disperses excess energy. So with like a smoky quartz spray, it's the same thing. You're going to fill your spray bottle, a clean spray bottle, up about halfway, top it off with your mother remedy, and spray it around. When you finish with the bottle, make sure that you clean every part of the bottle, and that bottle is specifically for that smoky quartz spray. Okay? Do not leave the remedy in the spray bottle because it's not good for it to be in plastic. So I know some paranormal investigators that will bring the remedy with them when they're investigating, and what they do is they just spray. They'll spray the rooms as they go through them, you know, to disperse negative energy. So it's good for that. And you can use it like in your home, your office, your car. Some people think their cars, you know, might have some negative energy. I've known a couple cars that, had I known about it, I would have sprayed them down too. All right. So here is a list of gems that I know that you can use for these remedies. And it's pretty, it's a short list, but remember to research your gemstones before you make elixirs, before you make remedies, sprays, anything like that. You want to make sure that you're not going to get sick from them, because there are gemstones that some gemstones you really shouldn't even touch because of the toxic materials in them. Okay? One of them is Relgar. It's really pretty. It looks great. You know, you want to touch it because it's so beautiful, but we need to keep like Railgar in like its own little container. Okay, they're very beautiful. They look like almost like rubies. The red is so gorgeous. So you just want to make sure what you're using isn't going to hurt you. Okay. All right. So here's the list of stones that I know you definitely can use for energized water or mother remedies. You can use ruby, and that it enforces the life force within you. Okay, so it strengthens it. You can use golden topaz, assist to connect with your life purpose. Citrine enhances physical vitality and happiness. Yellow tiger eye to support clear vision, like your eyes, vision. Okay. Labradorite to support new spiritual growth. Blue sapphire to relax the physical body and ease tension. Lavender quartz to help ease emotional stress. Danburite to relieve stress. Rhodonite eases the symptoms of shock and anxiety. Rose quartz is loving, supportive energy, eases emotional problems, great for kids. Aventurine soothes the heart and enhances relaxation, great for kids. Smoky quartz cleanses away negativity, can also be used as a spray to cleanse the environment. Amethyst enhances spiritual awareness and relieves mental stress. Blue lace agate, relaxing, soothing, brings peaceful dreams. Now, you can use agates. Agates are great. And just make sure to check them first. But most agates you can make gem remedies out of. And their base thing is harmony. Peace and harmony. That's what they do. So even if you just have a bowl full of really pretty agates on your desk or whatever, in your living room, that's what I have. I have a big bowl of like agates in my living room, so that it's always releasing harmony and peace in my house. And that bowl is always getting some type of sunshine, so it's always being energized and it's always constant. I do not leave my agates in water though. Okay, so they're in their own copper bowl. That's their home. So, all right. So, again, making sure that you're checking your stones to make sure that they don't have any kind of like lead or sulfur or arsenic, mercury, anything like that in them before you make your remedies. Right? And I encourage everyone to try it. Everybody's got a little bit of mad scientist in them. And it's a fun thing to do, just to see if it works for you. You never know what could happen. And it's something easy that you can do that's inexpensive, and it can help you. Or not. Either way, try on that mad scientist hat. Give it a try. All right, so I do want to talk about the Bach Flower Remedies because I've had some questions about Bach Flower. Does it work? Does it not work? It worked for me. And you can get the Bach Flower book. You can go to bachflowerremedies.com. And there's a lot of information on that website. It's really a great website. And if you have questions or anything, you can contact them and ask them about it. Because the people there are really helpful. All right? Okay, so I would say like about 10 or 12 years ago, I was going through a really stressful time. And one of my friends was like, you need some rescue remedy. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And so we went to the health food store, and she got me this bottle of this stuff. It was called Rescue Remedy. And she goes, it's made with flowers. So you're cool. You're not going to be allergic to it. It's going to be great. And it's going to ease you. So at that time, I was really having a hard time sleeping. I was really stressed out. And I started taking the Rescue Remedy. And the Rescue Remedy, after I think like a day or so, I did start to calm down. I was able to sleep again, which was great. And it really worked for me. So I'm going to read to you what I found about Dr. Bach so that you can see, you can, think about this, because there is a lot of stress going around right now. There's a lot of anxiety and a lot of upset, mostly because of the pandemic. And so, uh, and everything that goes around it. So I thought I would introduce this to you in case you didn't know about it, and maybe you can do some research on it to help you ease you, so that when you feel at ease, you're more able to think, you're more able to strategize and make good decisions. Okay, all right. So early in the 20th century, with Harley Street physician and bacteriologist Dr. Edward Bach. He developed the rescue remedy. So it was early on in the 1900s, like 1917. Dr. Bach collapsed while treating soldiers wounded in World War I. While his colleagues gave him just 3 months to live, Dr. Bach made a full recovery. So he believed that attitude and mental state play a vital role in maintaining health. Just like Joe Dispenza. If you don't know anything about this, you can check out Joe Dispenza as well, because he's awesome. Dr. Bach was one of the first doctors to recognize the importance of mental, emotional health on physical well-being, a notion that contemporary medicine has only accepted in recent decades. From this point on, he decided to live his life researching this connection. So in the early 1930s, Dr. Bach's research into the importance of emotional health led him to identify 38 different plant and flower remedies, known as the Bach Original Flower Remedies. And there's a pretty cool little book about this as well. So 5 of these same remedies are still used in Rescue Remedy, the product that is created today. So to make his remedies more available to the general public, Dr. Bach enlisted the help of the Nelson's Homeopathic Pharmacy in Duke Street, London, to both make and distribute the remedies. Today, Nelson's produces millions of bottles with the rescue formula and distributes to more than 60 countries on 6 continents. So the rescue remedy comes in a little bottle. It's about that big, and it fits in your pocket. You can fit it in your pocket, because I carried it around in my pocket. And I was taking it, when I first got it, I was taking it like 3 times a day, and then after that I was taking it twice a day. I did it for about 3 months, because during that time period I was really just and then after that I was more, as I kept taking it, I was calmer and I was more able to make better decisions. So it really worked for me. Maybe it can work for you too. But these are the active ingredients in this remedy. Rock rose, which is good for courage and presence of mind. I think I'm saying this flower right. Clematis focuses on when ungrounded, impatience, patience with problems and people. Cherry plum, balanced mind when losing control. Star of Bethlehem, softens impact of shock. So these are ways that you can support yourself. So support your health and well-being. Assist yourself during any time, that you want to. But something that you can try that could be helpful for your highest and greatest good. Okay? So now that you know a little bit more about crystals and a little bit about the Bach Flower Remedies, go out and try it and see if it works for you, because you never know what can happen, right? Right. Okay, so that's it for this week. I'll see you next week. Remember, keep your hearts open and aligned with the energy of love. Bye.